कॉल करो बोलो। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अदनान स्टार्ट कर दीजिए।
जी जी जी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला रसूलिहिल करीम व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि अजमाइन, अम्मा बाद। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I welcome all the participants to this live fatwa session. So about the speaker of the day, Sheikh Abdus Salam al-Madani, Hafidhahullah, who is the founder and director of Aspire College of Excellence. The college is located in Chennai and Bangalore, which provides Islamic courses. Bangalore facility also provides a women's hostel for the students of knowledge to get benefited from. So Sheikh Abdus Salam al-Madani, he's an Islamic scholar who graduated from the Islamic University of Medina in Saudi Arabia. He has studied under many eminent and renowned scholars such as Sheikh Albani, Sheikh Ibn Baz, Sheikh Uthaymeen, and many more. He played a major role in many books published by Darussalam, Saudi Arabia. He was a regular khatib at a mosque in Doha for more than a decade. Sheikh was also part of a fatwa committee based in Qatar before moving to Chennai and establishing Aspire College of Excellence in Chennai and Bangalore. Sheikh is also a founding professor at Islamic Online University headed by Dr. Bilal Phillips. With this, I would call upon Sheikh to begin the session. Over to you, Sheikh.
Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wal aqibatu lil muttaqin wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem, amma ba'd. Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-huda wa tuqa wal afafa wal ghina. Allahumma inna ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. It is nice to have this facility from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reach the audience from all over the world or all over India. May Allah bless this opportunity and make it useful for this Muslim Ummah, for us and for you. Jazakumullah khair. You can go for the question answer session, brother.
Yes, Sheikh. So the first question is, my brother's profession is to capture videos and photos in marriages. We have initiated him several times to avoid it, but still he is continuing it. In case, can we accept any gift or any other things from him as his income is haram?
This comes under the topic of boycotting a person for his mistakes. So boycotting is a kind of punishment. When we are implementing the punishment, we should think whether it is useful or harmful. For example, if you are living in a non-Muslim country and you boycott the people for some mistakes, so instead of that the person correct himself, he might go deeper and deeper with the non-Muslims, and might be one day it comes, he hates Islam. Might be, wallahu alam. That is why we don't know the situation. So this situation should be dealt individually. I cannot give a general guidelines for anyone. For example, I have 5 children, 7 children. So they are totally different. Each one is different from the other one. So one person, I become angry on him, he correct himself. The other person, he should discipline him. The third person, advise him. So this is a different way. So yes, Islamically, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sometimes he punished, sometimes he did not speak, sometimes he boycotted. A lot of things are there in Islam. So right now here, sisters and brothers, when a person is involving in taking the, video capturing in the marriages, which is not allowed in Islam at all. We don't allow it, video capturing or picture. We don't allow, except it is some necessity pictures like, ID card or something like that. So in this case, you try keeping advising, even if you don't eat from his food or from his invitation, you don't accept it, you keep good contact with him. And you keep advising him so that he should have the relations with you. Instead of that, he should be totally away from you and separate from you, and you make a completely, totally bad environment where he may lose his iman. So these are the points you have to keep in your mind. As for the food, the scholars are of, that they said, it is a unanimous opinion of the scholars that if a person's incomes are mixed with the halal and the haram, then can you eat it? No problem. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ accepted the gifts of Jews, gift of non-Muslims. mushrikeen at that time. He ate it, though it was not 100% halal. But if a person is totally 100% haram income, he does not have any other income, no mixed income. It is a pure haram income. For example, he has stolen. For example, his earning is only on the interest. Similar things. So we cannot eat it because it is 100% haram based. So these are the two rulings you have to keep in your mind when the matter of boycotting the people come. And this is a common question, common scenario. Generally, right now we are living in an area where the money and the wealth and the matter, that materialism is more important for the people than their deen. So they are compromising their deen for the dunya. So this question is common in each and every family. This is the question. That is why I explain it properly. Hopefully, it is clear for you people. May Allah protect us, but protect you and protect the Muslim Ummah from all the haram earning. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. So the next question is, my daughter is breastfeeding and she thought it's optional to fast. So she left 5 fastings to avoid risk on the baby. Later, she came to know that it is compulsory to fast even while breastfeeding. After that, except if the health issues are high, after that, she started fasting regularly and she is able to fast. Now, how can she compensate those 5 fastings?
First of all, that compulsory fasting, optional fasting, all are wrong. This assumption is wrong. Might be you have read by yourself the fatwa online, or might be you have consulted your own friends, those have the same level of Islamic knowledge. You did not consult to the authentic person in this field. Basically, fasting is related to ability. So if a person, whether she is or he is, whoever it is, whatever the situation, if she is pregnant and she can fast, she should fast. If it is not harming her, or it is not harming the baby. Similarly, breastfeeding, if it is not harming her, it is not burden on her, it is not difficulty for her, and that it is not harming the child itself, so she must fast because it is a matter of ability. It is not the matter of a situation. Okay. So if she is able to fast or he is able to fast in any situation, they must fast. Able means without difficulty, without harm, without damage for themselves or for their babies. Okay, this is the first point. Second point, if they are if they are not able to fast, it is difficult for them, then they must leave it. Compensation whenever it is possible. Might be in Shawwal, might be in Zilqada, might be in Zilhijjah, might be the child has stopped the breastfeeding. That time she is able to fast. Anytime, might be after 2 years, might be it is the 4 years, anytime, because it is a due on you. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So the next question is, should a man be obedient to his parents in everything they say or command, even if he dislikes? For example, they want him to settle in a place, but he doesn't want to stay there, or regarding his job, etc.
This question also, that I think that one of my article I have written explaining this hadith, Anta wa maluka li abik, misunderstanding. The Prophet said, you and your money belongs to your father. What does it mean? So I explain in an article. Similarly, here is the matter of obedient. So obedience of the parents. Being kind with the parents is 100% needed. Being good with them, yes. What does it mean, being kind and being good? Being kind and being good means try to, please them, try to be soft with them, try to, bring happiness in their life. So this is the being kind and being soft with them. Obedience is only in the rights of the wife, rights of the husband, rights of the parents, rights of the children. First, we have to define what are the rights of the husband. Okay, what are the rights of the wife? What are the rights of the father and the mother? That's first we have to define, isn't it? So if we define the rights, that time we can differentiate between where it is compulsory, where it is just likable and acceptable. For example, uh, this is my job to take care of my father and the mother. Okay. And I know where I have to earn the money, which business I have to earn the money, which country I am getting the job. This is my profession. So I have to decide. I have to decide. They cannot force me that you work in India. Might be I cannot earn, or maybe it is not suitable. So their job is that they should demand their support if they are in need of that. Their, that their right is that they should ask company if they are not, nobody is there. That's possible, but that every time in every matter, they are ordering. We try that they should be happy, but not always possible. For example, Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullah alayhi mentioned regarding the marriages. So he said that the marriage is a personal choice of the person and personal the preferences of the people. In that, parents cannot force the children to get married to whom they don't like it. Similarly, Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullah gave another example. Food. Food is the personal choice of the children and personal choice of each and every person. So we cannot force our children to eat what they don't like it. And it is not my right. My right is that just my child should eat something to survive. If he is a young, and if he is the adult, then I can advise. That's it. But whatever what he is eating, when he is eating, it is not, that not my right to force on him. So right now, after this explanation, I explain it once again and a little bit elaborated it. Why? Because it is also a confusion among many generations. So parents must know that where is their right, what is their right first. Second, the children must know that where they should be obedient to the parents. Wherever you are earning, yes, parents are alone and they need the company, then you provide the company somehow. Might be your other brothers, might be your other sisters, might be your other relatives. Yes, but not compulsory that you have to leave your jobs, your earnings, and you come there, which is not acceptable and it is not their right. And if the child is doing that, he is not disobedient to the parents. So parents should be always get their basic necessities and that support, that is their right. But how to earn, where to earn, which company, this is not, that a part of their rights. That is why the children can try to please them, appease them, but not, and if they don't, they go against it, they are not disobedient. Okay.
Jazakallah khair. So the next question is how to recognize if someone or oneself has been affected by the evil eye or sihr.
Evil eye and the sahar, how to find out? Some symptoms are there, common symptoms. The people are not interested in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People are not normal behaving. They don't have the apparent disease and they are irritated always. Uh, Sometimes, that abnormal things in their life without any reason. They are hearing some, that voices, or, the doors are closed and open, lights are getting open and closed without any existence. All this, that's general things, not compulsory to happen to each and one. Generally, it happens to someone, to the other people. These are the some things by which we can find out. We cannot be assured that it is the reason, but it is the sign. Those people who have experience in this field, when they come to know bad, generally, and continuous bad dreams, so it give a instruction, indication to those people who are experienced in this field. So you don't take it as the criteria. There is indications, and it is experience based things. Okay.
Yes, Sheikh. So the next question is drinking palm nira halal?
What?
Palm nira, Sheikh. They take an extract from the palm tree for drinking. They extract it, and I think they mix something. They use for brewing wine also, if I'm not wrong. The participants can correct me if I'm wrong. It's
No
an
need of
extract.
correction. No need of correction. The general criteria is there in the hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said, the hadith is very authentic in Sahih Muslim. Ma askara kathiruhu fa qaliluhu haram. Anything that cause the drunkenness, nasha. Anything that cause the drunkenness is the nasha. You know that. So anything that cause the drunkenness, then drinking is haram. Even it is the less quantity. For example, if you drink 1 glass or 200 milliliter, 1 liter, that it causes the drunkenness. So drop of that thing also is not halal. Ma askara kathiruhu. If you drink little bit extra and it causes the drunkenness, then qaliluhu, even the drop of this thing is not allowed. It is clear. in the Sharia. So first of all, you decide whether if you drink it, it causes the drunkenness or not for a normal person. Okay, if it causes the drunkenness, then you say it is haram. If it is not causing or not leading to the drunkenness, then you say it is halal. It is simple principle, and each and everyone can find out. Each and every can know that where it is causing the interest, drunkenness or not. Okay.
Yes, sir. So the next question is, if a baby of 6 months to 1 year old urinates on me, do I need to take ghusl or just washing that part of cloth is enough? It's fine. It's not
Ghusl
mentioned.
is not related to the impurities at all, whether it is the menses blood, whether it is the feces, whether it is the urine of the adult people, whatever the impurities is there in the Sharia. You people must know that what are the impurities. There are the 7 types of the impurities in the Sharia. I mentioned few of them. So these impurities never lead for the ghusl. When there is a impurities is there on your cloth, wash it. On your body, wash it. So it is not related to the ghusl at all. First point. Hopefully you understood. Even for example, the adult urine. You are urinating and it was on your body, on your clothes. You wash it. That's it. No ghusl. This is the first point. Second point, it is a matter of baby. Baby is 2 types of the baby. A baby who is living on the breastfeed of the mother, he cannot or she cannot live with the external food. That time the Prophet ﷺ gave the concession for him that not compulsory to wash, just sprinkle it is enough. Understanding me? Please, once
Yes.
again, understand 2 types of the babies. One baby is just he or she cannot survive without the breastfeeding of the mother. Okay, and the other baby who is surviving on the external food, whatever it might be, the soft food or the that medicated food, whatever it is, if he can survive. So the baby who is living, and most of the food is the baby from the breastfeeding of the mother, that baby urine is not considered as the impure, and just sprinkle on wherever he has urinated is enough. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because the baby who breastfeed the mother, he lives only on the liquids. When he liquid on the liquids, so what happened? Always after 1 hour, 2 hour, what he does? He urinates, because this
Urinates.
is how the drinks is there in the body. So it causes a lot of disturbance for those who are taking care of that baby. Might be the mother, might be the family member. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the concession for them. But if the boy's baby is eating from outside, what happened? That they can manage it. That is why it should be washed.
Yes, sir. So the next question is, it's regarding halal income. So a man is working partner in a small scale partnership factory. It requires costly machines since partners didn't have enough money for it. The partners have taken a loan from the bank to buy those machines. So now the machines are bought with insurance. Now the partners are earning money through running the factory and paying back the loan. Is this earning halal? If not, what should he do?
It is not halal. It is a mix halal and the haram, because it is some of the money was halal and then they took the bank, so it is mixed money. So they should try the best as soon as possible to get rid of this interest-based loan. Whatever the situation, they have to get out of the situation. Otherwise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be angry, and Allah will not bless in those kinds of earnings. Sooner or later, they will face a lot of loss. So they should avoid it. That is what we can say.
Yes, sir. So the next question is, how much fidya should we give for not fasting the whole month? Sheikh, there is a similar question which I received earlier. A person told me that she was in her teens, so they didn't fast. Probably they were not that serious on fasting. So there have been a lot of years that they have missed a lot of fasts. So what should they do in this instance? It might be 10 years or 12 years from now. So what should
No,
they
no,
do in
no,
such?
no, no. It is not similar question. Different question. First, you
Okay.
read the first question.
Okay. Yeah. So how much fidya should we give for not fasting for the whole month?
So there are the people who have certain diseases, whether due to the age and due to the disease, they cannot fast. This is the principle. And second principle, they can't compensate it later. For example, a person is 90 years old, 80 years old. He cannot fast this Ramzan. Why? Because of the age, weakness. So he cannot fast after Ramzan also. So those people, they have to pay the expiation. Expiation is nisfu sa. Nisfu sa is 1.4 kg of the that food items, rice, dal, whatever it is, the basic items, 1.4. Because the sa is 2.8 kg, so around 3 kg. That is the fidya, sadaqatul fitr. That is also we give the sadaqah. That is also the same sa. So half of you give. This is one thing, or food of one time. You provide the complete meal to a person with meat, with rice, with curry, food, complete food one time. So if you give the, that raw material, it should be 1.4 around, more or less, kg. If it is cooked, one meal. This is the fidya. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who is not able to fast and cannot compensate the fast, this is the fidya. If he has left 30 fastings, 30 poor people, or that is the food stuff that what I mentioned. This is the way they have to pay it. The second question was what, brother?
Yes, sir. So they were not serious on fasting during their teens. So there have been a lot of years they have missed a lot of fasts. So how should they compensate now?
So age is generally Muslim Ummah, humanity, Prophet's Ummah, that is all the humans in the world, their age is mentioned in the Hadith. 60 to 70 is the average age, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So right now the person easily he can calculate. For the teenage, for example, he reached to the puberty, he become adult, 14 years old. Till 25 years, he did not fast. So how many years? 11 years.
Yes.
Yeah, 11 years. Might be he was fasting every month, every year, 2 days. So you deduct, then you approximately you come up to the month and you compensate those fasts. That means you fast it, make the tawbah first of all because you left it. Then you try to fast it daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis.
Yes. Okay, sure. Jazakallah. So can a husband advise his wife not to fast obligatory fast due to fever and health reasons?
Husband cannot advise, doctors can advise. If the matter goes to the husband and wife, then they never allow to the wife to fast, or they never allow to the husband to fast. So husband and wife can't take the decision. This is the doctors, they have to take the decision. Authentic, trustworthy Muslim doctors, they should say that really it is harmful for the health. It is not difficult. Difficult is generally many actions in their life, whether it is, that fasting or our job itself, it is difficult a little bit. Yes, but it does not mean it is not allowed. So husband is not a proper person to advise. Okay.
Yes, sir. So the next question is one of my relative, he spent all his money to build a house and he is waiting for tenants. Currently, he has no income and is searching for a job. Is he eligible for zakat?
No, zakat is for the business, not for the house, which is prepared for the rent. So when he gets the rent and he saved the money, that time he think about the zakat. But right now, no zakat.
So the next question is, should zakat be paid on property which hasn't been used yet? It is just an asset, no income comes from it.
It is not the matter of asset or income, sisters or brothers. The purpose is why this property is prepaid, why this property is purchased. That is the main important thing. If you kept this property to build a house, there's no zakat on it. If you took this property as the savings, then you pay the zakat. Same year or the next year, whenever it is, you have the cash that you have to pay the zakat. For example, I have extra money. Instead of keeping the cash, it devalued, or so what do I do? That's 10 lakh, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs I put in the property. My purpose is not the property to build the house in the future, because already I have the house. That is, I am keeping it as the saving, as the income. In the future, I will sell it. So you understood? This is a saving. So zakat is on the savings, extra savings. Whatever you eat and drink and this is over, you have spent, there is no zakat. So savings is the zakat. Instead of keeping in cash, you have kept it in the form of assets. So that it times become the zakat.
So the next question is, do
So
we need to pay?
zakat is on the property value of the property. And if you see in the market, it might be, that property you have purchased 10 lakhs. Right now, if you go to sell it with 12 lakhs, so you consider this 12 lakh is property's value. So you pay from the 12 lakhs. This is the way how you have to calculate.
Jazakallah khair. So the next question is, do we need to pay zakat on the gold which we keep for wearing during normal days or during for function? Okay, they're trying to differentiate the gold which they use.
See here, as long as right now people have the access to the internet, and they have different opinion also they come across, and they say some scholar they say that is why I'm explaining right now. The scholar they say that the cloth you are wearing, there is no zakat on it because it is a necessity of the life. You have the car to use, it is a necessity of the life, no zakat. A flat where you are living, it is a necessity of the life. Might be the flat cost is 1 crore, you don't pay the zakat. So jewelry, the women they wear, the scholar they have taken is for two aspect. One aspect, the scholar say it is the gold because it is the asset. That anytime they that encash it, they can cash it. So that is why they have to pay the zakat. This is one of the opinion. That is Abu Hanifa Rahmatullah alayhi, Indian scholars' opinion. And it is true because in India, generally, the gold and jewelry they purchase, the back of the mind is that whenever they want, they can cash it. It is a saving for them. This is the way they, not like the Arabs. So, okay, first point. Second point, some scholars they say either it is the jewelry or gold. First point is that these people they have considered this as a saving, they have to pay. Second is that they say no, the women they need the jewelry because this is the part of their life. Allah mentioned the women are these in the ornaments, in the jewelry. So it is a part of their life, part of the nature, that the women cannot be without some ornaments. Even if it is not gold, it is silver. If it is not silver, it is the plastic. If it is not plastic, it is glasses. Something the women have part of the nature, so different from the male. So this scholar they said that whatever the jewelry she wears, it is like the dresses for her. It is not the gold. It is like the dresses. Jewelry she generally use, she should not pay the zakah for that. That is one another opinion. So this is the two opinions, and based on I did not mention the hadith, how they explain the hadith. Second thing, third thing is here. Any jewelry out of fashion you kept it. Any jewelry that is broken you kept it. Any jewelry that you want to sell it. Any jewelry. So all this you must pay the zakah because what they are selling that is frequently used or in use, that jewelry is considered as the clothing. You don't pay the zakah. Other than think what you have kept for your marriages, for your, that marriages means for the future marriages, not frequently used, or saving, or it is a broken, but you are waiting for the, that in the future I will sell it, or out of the fashion you are keeping to sell it. All this thing does not consider as the frequently used jewelry, that then you have to pay the zakah. Hopefully, I made it clear all the aspects which is generally needed. Might be the other aspects are there. You have to consult the scholars if needed.
Even the jewelry that is worn for functions, they wear it rarely, only for
Frequently,
functions.
not rarely, frequently. Frequently used. Function means that it is in the use time to time, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah. Then no zakah for that.
So the next question is, I think a person is working in a bank. There's a bank working. Both husband and wife went for Umrah. They gave gift to us as we are their neighbors. A scarf, cap for Salah, dates, and Zamzam. Can we use the gift given by them? I think they're working in a bank. With that money, they went for Umrah.
I explained it very clearly in the matter of
Yes.
video capturing came the answer, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
The same rulings applies. Same rulings. If they have 100% only in the bank earnings, then you avoid it. If they have other incomes and along with this, then you can accept it.
Okay. Yeah. So the next question is a superstitious belief. Can a girl comb her hair during night time, like after 10 p.m.?
Yes, there is no hadith, no rulings in the Sharia. It stopped the girl to see in the mirror, to comb. to broom the house, to take the bath, to remove the nails. Nothing is there in the hadith, so it is allowed.
So the next question is how to interact with the Quran while reciting. Should we praise Allah and send salawat upon the Prophet ﷺ every time we make dua while reciting the Quran?
No. Allah says in the Quran, وَإِذَا قُضِيَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. You say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, you start reciting the Quran. Because we say Bismillah and takes Allah's name for the other actions. Here is the words are all the words, all the speeches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we say, أعوذ بالله, then the matter is over. فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيم. Allah says in Surah Al-A'raf, reciting the Quran, you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, then you start reciting the Quran. That's it.
So the next question. Can a woman come to a masjid in her iddah period?
Iddah period is waiting period. In waiting period, she should avoid a lot of things. One of the things is that unnecessarily she should not get out. So she should avoid it, yes. Because it is not compulsory to go to the masjid. And it is not advisable encourage the women to get out of the houses, even for the masjid. So it is better to avoid. They should not go to the masjid.
So the next question is, should I give zakat in Ramadan only, or the time when it reaches a period of 1 year? And the gold that is sold, also should I pay the zakat? There's a follow-up question.
Many times I have made it clear that there is no relation between Ramadan and between Zakat. Zakat is when one Islamic year, that is the lunar year, which is 14 days less than the normal 365 days. So when it reach 1 year, you have to pay the Zakat. Might be it is Ramadan, might be it is Shawwal, might be it is Zilqa'dah, Zilhijjah, anytime. So you have to pay the Zakat. Don't delay it. Not allowed to delay it. Okay.
Yes.
And as for the next point, that you sold the gold. What did you do after selling it? You have eaten it or you purchase the new gold? So you see it. You sell the old gold, you purchase the new gold. So that means the same cash is converted to the new gold, isn't it? So
Yes.
the zakat is not from the new gold. Zakat is from the old gold or from the old cash. For example, I have the cash 10 lakhs for 3 months. Then after 3 months, I purchase the gold. So my zakat started from the time I have the cash, not from the time I purchased the gold, because I converted it just. I did not earn it. Hopefully you understood what I mean. So the conversion is not considered as the day of the zakah. From the day you have the old gold, from the day you have the cash, that time it is considered the beginning of the zakat.
So the next question is, what is the proper way of taking ghusl after menstruation?
There is Maimuna Rajallahu anhu and Aisha Rajallahu anha hadith is there in Bulugh al-Maram, Sahih Bukhari, in Sahih Muslim. Completely they mention it. Completely. So what they do, first of all, they wash the private parts and use some, that perfumes. That is at that time they used to musk, so that it's the bad smell should not come. And then, make the wuzu and then wash all the body. In simple, this is the way of the. There is no difference between the menstruation becoming pure from the menstruation or ghusl which is made after the impurity. The same ghusl. First, we have to remove all the impurities, and that time might be they are not using the detergent or the soap. So that is where the Prophet ordered them to use some perfumes also, so that the bad smell should not be in the body. Then make the wuzu, then you wash first your head and then the whole body. Then at the end you put 3 times the water on the whole body. This is the way of the sunnah performing of the ghusl. Just you need the intention that this is the ghusl for the complete purity. This is for the males and for the females, same thing. There is nothing different types of the ghusl to become pure for the menstruation or for the post child that time or impurity. Nothing, the same ghusl everywhere. Okay.
Sheikh, the previous question which was asked, that the gold that is sold, should they pay zakat on that also? So the sister has sent a follow-up on that, she sold it to clear a debt. that she had.
No, see here, my question is very clear. When you sell it, what did you do? After selling, you converted to the cash, you converted to the gold, or you have khalas, you have, purchase your clothes, housing, or pay the debt. No longer you have it, then no, not compulsory to pay the zakat. But the old gold which is sold, you sold it before the zakat is due or after the zakat is due. If you have sold it before the zakat is due and you settle the debts, there is no zakat. If you have sold it after the zakat was due, then you sold it, then you pay the zakah, and then you pay the debt. Zakat is compulsory on it. For example, uh, right now we are in Ramadan, say in Zilhijjah, Hajj time, she got the 10, 10 lakh rupees gold, 100 grams in the Zilhijjah. Next Zilhijjah, she sold before Zilhijjah, no zakat, and she settled it. If sold after the Zilhijjah and settled the debts, because 1 year is over, you have to pay the zakat on it. Okay, go ahead.
So the next question is, can just a second. Can a girl wear a gold anklet?
Yes, but it should not be seen by the non-mahrams. It should not make the sound when she is walking so that she attract the people. Otherwise, it is okay, allowed.
So the next question is, should the fidya for the people who can't fast, should it be given before Ramadan finishes or wait after Ramadan?
Daily. One day you did not fast, give the fidya. Next day you did not fast, give the fidya. This is the way. Or you know that the person is 80 years old, he cannot fast fidya. So on the first day itself, you can give all the people, or 30th day, it's okay. No problem. Should be the sooner the better.
The next question, how much zakatul fitr should one pay for a family of 4?
Family of
4 people.
4 people. I told you each person is 2.75 kg of the rice, kg of wheat, kg of the items that you commonly use in that area. Dates in Arabs. So 2.75, that is called in Arabic terminology sa. So if one person is 2.75, so into 4. So 3 4 are 12, around 12 kg.
So the next question is, if we are selling fashion jewellery, how much should we give in zakat?
See here, you have the business of jewelry, you have the cash, you have the gold, all together. What are total all together? What is the total? Might be jewelry selling and purchasing. You have 1 lakh rupees of the jewelry and 5 lakh of the gold, 5 lakh cash, all together 11 lakhs. You have to pay the zakah.
Okay.
So yes, Sarah was the wife, Hajar was the slave girl, which is gifted to Sarah, and Sarah gifted to Ibrahim alayhi salam. So Ibrahim alayhi salam kept her as the wife. Yes, there Hajar is mother of Ismail alayhi salam, Sarah is mother of Ishaq alayhi salam.
So the next question, can we wear full black dress like shirt and pant, like completely black? I heard some say that it is prohibited to wear full black dress.
No, they can wear it, no problem. Male and the female, for both it is allowed. Sometimes in the Muharram, Shia, they consider the black is compulsory. They don't wear anything because they mourn on Hussein alayhi salam. It is not Islamic because the mourning on any person should be not more than 3 days, except the husband for 4 months, 10 days if he dies. This is what Allah says and what the Prophet said, and it is mentioned in the Quran. But the Shia is doing after 1,400 years on Hussein alayhi salam, Hussein radiallahu anhu, so which is wrong. So that time the Sunni scholar, they say that in the Muharram you don't wear the black, because if you wear the black, you are supporting the Shia or you are strengthening their belief. So in the Muharram, don't wear. That is what they say. But otherwise, generally, it is allowed. Anytime, any color, any way you can wear it. For the women, there is no restrictions. For the males, they should avoid the colors which is, you know, similar, which is, peculiar for the girls. So it should not be seen in a girl's dress. So that's only condition.
So next question is, can we give zakat to Sri Lankan Muslims since they are from middle class family, but now due to crisis they are finding it difficult?
Uh, One principle is there. Basically, the zakat should be given wherever you are living, in your relatives, in your whereabouts, where you are living, because it is not akhlaq that you should be rich, the other people should be poor. So that is basic principle. But for some reasons, for some benefits, it can be transferred to other areas. That is allowed. You can give Sri Lankan Muslims also if it is they are in dire need. But right now, you think that they are more need in that those people who are living around you. That's okay, allowed.
So the next question is a similar question that we had the previous session also. So can I give my parents or my mamu the zakat to clear their debts or if they are in need of it?
Parents you cannot give. Parents cannot give the zakah to the children. Children cannot give the zakah to the parents. Parents cannot remove and settle the debts of the children by the zakah, and the children cannot settle the uh, debt of the parents by the zakah. Not allowed, because it is the duty to support the parents and the children to each other. It is zakat is for the poor people, and it is not me. As for mamu, mamu is the mother's brother.
Yes.
So you can give him if he is indebted, but make sure that indebted is not to the business, because right now rich people also indebted. All the people who are running the companies also indebted because they take the money. So it is a kind of growing the business always. So that indebted is not considered as the person who needs the zakah. The indebted means the person has the debt due to the basic necessities. For example, he took the loan for the food, for the clothing, for similar thing, basics. So in that case, okay, he needs the money. But if the person is a businessman, always the businessman is building the houses, some crores. They are selling the flats in the crores. They are taking the crores from the other people. They are in the debt always, but they are not considered as the poor. Hopefully, you understood.
Yes, sure. So the next question is, in Ramadan, tahajjud is better in congregation or at home?
In Ramzan, there is one prayer, it should be performed with the Jamma, that is the Taraweeh prayer. Might be Taraweeh after Isha, or it is delayed 12 o'clock, whatever it is, the Taraweeh is the symbol of the Muslims in the Ramzan. So that is why they should go with the Jama'ah. If this is the Taraweeh, you go to the Taraweeh. If it is the Tahajjud, you go to the Tahajjud. Anyway, one time, you all the people should perform that Taraweeh or the Tahajjud in that area. That is recommended. Other than that, once Taraweeh is over, then not compulsory to go to the Jamma.
So the next question, can we give zakat to old woman who has two sons who are working but cannot provide enough for their mother's health expenditure? The old woman has her own house but no other income.
Uh, See here, right now she has her own house, she has the sons, and still they want the zakat. Something is, that we are taking for granted. That woman herself should consider that she has the own house. So why she should not shift to a smaller house and sell this house and that support herself? Because we should avoid the zakat as much as possible. Zakat is, the impurities of the money of the wealth people, and it is not encouraged to take the zakat. So, subhanallah, we should avoid as much as possible. And so the sons are there. So why they don't try that they cope up with the situation? So sisters, that right now, how much and that when you contact me that the woman has the that no income, but she has the own house. So what is the cost of the house? 5 crores, 1 crore. So why she are living in the 5 crores house and taking the zakat? It is not allowed. Let her this 5 crores house should be sold to shift to the 20 lakhs house. Yes, we should not take the zakat. So all these questions I cannot give. the general answer unless I should know the specific situation of the people.
So moving on, can a woman go to Masjid for Taraweeh or Qiyamul Layl alone without a mahram?
Safety is there or not, that is the more important thing. It is not the matter of mahram. It is the matter of, it is, for example, beside the house, or it is nearby house, and Taraweeh and the Tahajjud both are at night time. So what is the safety? 100% safety is there. They should go. She can go. If it is not safety, then she should not go.
So the next question is, can a zakat be given to for a construction of a madrasa?
No, zakat is for the poor people. You can give poor the students, not for the building. Never. Building become, it is property of the trust later, or the property of the owners of the house, owner of the madrasa, something like that. We don't give the zakat for that to remain it as the waqf or the property to the other people. You give the zakat to the people who need the basic needs of their life and they use it. So you give for the student, yes.
So the next question, within a year, can zakat be distributed in 4 installments or should be given it only once in a year? I think it's a repeated question.
Once the zakat is due, then it is the obligation upon you to pay 2.5% of the money to the poor people. This 2.5% is not your money. It is the poor people's money, Allah's order. So you cannot keep with you. The sooner, the better. The sooner, as soon as you can give to the poor people, give them. Why you are keeping the poor monies in your account, in your pocket? I have mentioned it many times. Not allowed.
The next question is, okay, I have a 50 lakh jewellery and I have a debt in business of 25 lakhs. Should I pay zakat for the 25 lakhs alone?
Jewelry is different. Business is different. So you pay the zakah completely. No, not compulsory to deduct the loan. Not allowed.
So can a wife give zakat to her husband as she is not responsible to look after him?
Once again,
can a wife give zakat to her husband as she is not responsible to look after him?
She is not responsible to look after him in what? She is not responsible to spend on him.
Yeah,
That
spend
means, isn't
on
it?
him. Yes, yes, yes.
See here, people right now, many fatwas, they play with the fatwas. They say we can give the husband zakat. Why the husband is taking the zakat? That is the question. First of all, he maintaining a standard of the life. The society considers him as the stable person. He has the business, or he has the capability of earning. All these things are there. That time, she is telling, I will give the zakat, so it is playing with the zakat. Okay, husband is trying his best, and the people consider as the poor, then the wife is rich, then pay the zakat, that is allowed. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Husband should be known in the society as the poor person eligible for the zakat.
Okay.
Does she accept that?
Not sure of that.
She does not accept, isn't it? She plays in the house, considering that husband has the loan, husband has some less money. I have to pay the zakat of the jewelry for 10 lakhs jewelry. So 1 lakh is zakat. So I have to pay for my husband. So it is playing. No, you can pay the husband when the society says that he is eligible and the society is giving him the zakat. That time the wife also can give the zakat. Otherwise, no.
Okay, Brother Summer, I'm not sure where your question is. I just went through the chat. I couldn't find it. Please post it again. So the next question is, someone sees a moon, they promise. Okay, again. Okay, I think Eid is coming. So we have the question of the moon again. So someone sees a moon, they promise, but the town Haji is not accepting. What should they do?
You try your best that they should accept it. If they don't accept it, then you wait. You celebrate with the Muslims, not by your own. By your own or by yourself, not allowed. Your job is to inform those people who are the authorities to announce it. If they accept it, that is okay. If they don't accept it, whenever they announce, then you celebrate with them.
So the next question, women used to bring kids that are less than 3 years to the masjid. They are scolded by old women in the masjid during Taraweeh. Kids are not making any huge noise or screaming. What is the ruling on this? I think they run around, they make small noises. That's what
I
happened
don't
here.
know. I don't know any scholar. I don't know any scholar who allowed to bring the kids to the masjid. But this become common phenomena right now because they heard one hadith, two hadith, they read one hadith and two hadith on the internet. That once, Hussein Razallahu anhu was there with the Prophet, and once the Prophet carried the Umama. So once in a life, the Prophet carried. That's it. Yes, that is allowed when it is needed, necessity. But common practice, generally bringing the kids, whether they make the noise or not to the masjid, which scholar he allowed, I don't know. But all the scholars, they say, don't bring the kids. Why? Because whatever the situation, I have mentioned 5 times in my masjid where I am performing the qiyam, don't bring the children. What happened? You know that they make the voices or not, but if they are standing right and left, always moving. When they are moving, how you can concentrate? So they are disturbing, not allowed, except after 10 years, might be the girl, the boy, they should stand calm and cool, not moving, not making the movement, the voices. You know the 3 years boy, what he does? He cannot stand for 10 minutes. 20 minutes, while this prayer is one year or 1 hour. So it leads for the, that distraction. So not allowed. Whatever you people are telling that the Prophet did it when there is a necessity, that's okay, allowed. Otherwise, it is not allowed. Avoid it. Even in Saudi, Sheikh bin Bas fatwa is there, don't bring the children. Even Saudi, they announce in the masjids every time, don't bring the children. Because of some necessities, when they bring the children, they made two portions. One is without the children, one is with the children. So the mothers who have the children, there's separate portion for them. Those women that don't have the children, there's a separate portion. Unfortunately, I see that right now, male also they're bringing 3 years child, 4 years child. They are telling the boys, you're not crying to come because he's crying. You did not take him out. And right now it's that easy target to bring him at the time of the masjid. Why you don't take him to the office? So it is all these things is self-understanding deen. It is not properly understood the text of the Sharia. Go ahead with the.
Drawing of line art like V for crow, circle for a face, etc., without facial features, is this permissible?
If seems completely like the human being, for example, you draw the face and somebody sees and say this is Sheikh Abdus Salam's face, then it is not allowed. Just outlines, it's okay, allowed.
Yes, sure. Can zakat be given to brothers and sisters? Sister, she specifically mentions married sisters.
Yeah, society knows that they're eligible to the zakat or not. That is the question. They are poor or not.
Okay.
If they are considered poor, according to the family people, society, know that what happening right now, these people are maintaining the standard of the life, and we consider them they deserve the zakat, and we are giving to the zakat. No, it is not allowed. They should be known as the poor for the family people, for the the society, and eligible for the zakat. That time you can give the zakat. It is not just you plan and you give secretly your brothers and sisters, and they are considering that you are supporting them while you are giving the zakat. So all these things are similar. It is something playing with the zakat which we don't allow. It should be very clear. Poor people should get the zakat. Brother, sister, it is the poor people knows, then you pay. Otherwise, no.
So the next question is, with regards to zakatul fitr, can we divide the 2.75 kg in different food items, like 500 grams of rice, 250 grams of meat, 500 grams of oil, 500 grams of
No,
milk,
no,
and so
no,
on and
no,
so forth?
no, no, no. Because basic food should be given as 2.775 kilogram. Basic food. It is not oil, not mirchi, masala, all these things. No.
So the next question is, if a lady doesn't know how to read the Quran, can she pay someone to read it with the intention that it should reach her parents?
We don't allow it because paying to do the good deed on behalf of the others, There's no proof for that. That is why it is not allowed. Rather that she can make dua for them continuously. She make the charity instead of paying the money to recite the Quran. She can pay the money itself as the sadaqah. That is proof in the hadith, and it is authentic and it is allowed. Why she should not give the money itself for the food of the people, for the cloth of the people, for the construction of the masjid, whatever it is, that is reachable for them.
The next question is a similar question that we had last session. So it's for the business products like medicine and pharmacy. Do we need to give zakat? If so, does it need to meet the nisab, or just can we give zakat for the stock amount we have?
If it reached the nisab, that time you have to pay the zakat. If it reached the nisab, that means value of the things. Time is over, brother, or what?
Yeah, we have 5 more minutes. Yes.
It's okay.
We can just take 2 or 3 more questions that we can wind up. Inshallah.
Okay.
So is it necessary to give zakat to in-laws who are poor family members only in close relatives, or she can give to her own poor needy members of the family?
No. Zakah is for the poor people. As long as you have to zakah, you consider who is eligible, you give them. If the relatives are eligible for the zakah, you pay them. If they are not eligible for the zakah, you pay the others. It's not compulsory that you have to pay the in-laws only. No, not compulsory.
So is investing in crypto and stocks haram?
Stocks means share market. Share market investment, not haram, but it has a lot of conditions. The share should be, that the company should be halal, and the company debt should not be more than 5%. These are the conditions they put for the stock. As for the cryptocurrency, we don't allow. It is not allowed to spend in the cryptocurrency because the cryptocurrency is not supported by any government, and that is why you are giving to the money to whom you don't know. You are giving in the, that somewhere. Then if something happen, you are under risk. You cannot get the money. And just now, 1 month before, I have seen Hong Kong and somewhere some trillions of the money they hacked from the cryptocurrency. I read the news. So it is happening. Who will assure your money? That's why we don't allow.
So if we sit in the masjid from 11 p.m. and attend Qiyamul Layl and then sit in the masjid till Shuruk, will it be like a short-term itikaf?
Prophet ﷺ performed the itikaf for 10 days. Okay, this is a scholar, they say that it should be minimum one day and night, not less than that.
Okay.
So you can get the reward because you were there in the masjid, but it is the reward of the itikaf. The scholars say 1 day, some scholars they say 3 days. So whatever it is, it should be 1 day at least, not 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or half an hour, half night. They don't consider it itikaf, but staying in the masjid is the good action. You will get reward for that.
So next question: are sports shoes different for men and women? They look similar. Does it come under Mashabahat? What's the ruling on unisex products?
You try to avoid, which is that similar to the males, because the women should different in their dress, in their behavior, and their whatever the wearings are there. They should avoid wearing the male shoes or similar to the male shoes. They should avoid it. Yes.
Can a woman in her period recite the Quran with wudu and using her mobile?
Yes, she can recite it. Many scholars they allowed it. Yes.
In Surah Nur, Ayah 31, what's the meaning of the woman wearing khimar in front of other women?
Women, that 31 words, what you are quoting, I understood. Yes. So Allah did not mention clearly, but the scholar, they say that the pronoun there, nisa'ihinna, means Muslim women. So the khimar is, that dupatta. It should be worn in front of the non-Muslim women or the Muslim women. That is a argument among the scholars. So as long as the women, whether it's a Muslim or not, they are women and there is no fitna. Fitna is not the bad women. Then you can not compulsory to wear the dupatta in front of them. That is what we adopt this opinion.
So the next question: can a husband stop his wife from going to the masjid for Taraweeh since wife has good concentration when she prays behind an imam?
Why he is stopping, that is first we should know that reason. If there is no reason, then the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, Sahih Bukhari, La tamna'u ima Allahi masajid Allah. You don't stop the women from the masjids if they want to go to the masjid. That is what the Prophet ﷺ says. So if there is a reason, then we must know that what is the reason. Is a fitna, mixing, or it is affecting the taking care of the household, children, or husband right itself. Might be that is the time he gets the time to be with the wife family, and the other time is sleeping and then going to the office early morning. Whatever the reason, we must know the reason why he is stopping. If there is no reason, then we advise him don't stop.
Okay, just 2 to 3 more questions and we can wind up with the session. I request the participants to stop putting in their questions. You can come in next week and have your questions answered. So can we give fitra for the deceased relatives with the intention of getting the reward for them?
Can we give fitra?
For the deceased, the one who is no more, can we pay for them for the intention that the reward reaches them?
No. Fitra is for those people who are living, not for the dead people. The dead people, it is not fitra. It is not. It is the sadqa jariyah. You can give 1 kg, 2 kg, 4 kg. Yes, whatever it is, food or money. Yes, but fitra, no.
Okay. So the next question. I fasted 14 days of my Ramadan in India. Now I am in Gulf. As Gulf countries observe 1 day before, do I have to compensate the left one?
Yes. After the Eid, you compensate one. How many days of the Ramadan he is fasting altogether?
That has not been mentioned.
If it is less than 30, it is 30, no problem. If it is less than 30, then it is better to fast 1 day.
Okay. One has the problem of irregular menses. On 22nd, she saw a drop of brown discharge. Then after that, she didn't see any discharge. And on 24th, she took ghusl and kept fast. Now at noon, she saw again a drop of brown discharge. Is this considered istihada?
I think that I explained it, isn't it, in previous classes?
In the previous sessions.
Yeah. Let her to go and you let her to go previous classes and listen it completely, because it needs a long explanation that I have done it once. Let her to go there. Okay, you go to the next question. Yes,
sister, you can find it at the end of the session, so you can have a look at the previous fatwa session, inshallah. Okay. So at the time of purchasing a new property, our niyat was to shift there from old house. Now we are not transferring to that new home yet. So a new purchased house, should we pay the zakat or not?
Once again,
they planned to shift to a house, but they have not shifted yet to a new house, which they purchased. So should they pay zakat for that house?
No, not compulsory.
Can we recite Quran with the intention that it reaches the dead people?
Reciting the Quran with the intention that the reward should go to the dead people. Some scholars, they allowed it because it is the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they are doing, and it is a dua for them. Some scholars, they allowed it. If you want to do that, do that. But Salafi scholar, those people who are follow the Ahmad bin Hanbal and the way they say this action is not done by the Prophet, should be avoided. Anyway, there are the two opinions. We don't want to go in the controversies. If you want to do that, you do that.
Next question. If a woman is menstruating, can she sit inside a masjid to listen to the prayer, especially the Qiyamul Layl?
Generally speaking, if there is no necessity, we don't allow the women while they are menstruating in the menses, they should enter the masjid. We don't allow. It is in the Quran also. وَلَا جُنُوبًا إِلَّا عَابِرِي سَبِيلٍ. And the Prophet ﷺ also, the hadith also there. Okay.
Jazakallah khair. I think we can wind up the session now.
Okay. Jazakallah khair. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alaikum salam. Jazakallah khair. Participants, you can come in next week and join the fatwa session to have your doubts cleared, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum.